future, baby.
Well, that was the end of that music. Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa, Simon's living room. I am live, Just Samurai. Yeah, we are live, and for all those in Discord, it's rather redundant, really, isn't it? We've got a thumbs up. That was actually Canned Heat, by the way. Canned Heat and Future Blues, which is the name of this show today. Future Blues, which has been appropriate considering the current situations. Finally, I got it right. Basically, yes. What I did was I shared a video and put myself on the screen, and it doesn't appear that this StreamYard business. It says there's one person watching, but I can see two people at least watching. Yes, that was a good bit of music. I really enjoyed that. Sort of that solo there from Canned Heat. I should recommend it. It's from the German television program called Beat Club from 1969. If you Google that or you look at that up on YouTube, you can find that particular track. It's very good, and all the rest of them that they do on that particular show from 1969. If you don't know who Canned Heat are, then you're a bit young. Welcome to the show. I've got dressed up. I was downstairs before talking to my best friend in Nihonbashi, and I was a bit scruffier. And she was about to eat, so she said, "You go and go do your show." So I went and got changed. Hello, Robert. Robert's there too. Well, good. Well, Future Blues. Feeling blue in the future. Largely due to the current situation, but we'll not let that get us down. I've had 3 glasses of wine, so it's not going to get me down at all. I did say in the advert, I've got a webcam and I've got a big bottle of wine. It's 1 litre of Merlot, which I shall temper myself. I shall not go all the way. And the trailer was awesome. Yes, well, this is behind the scenes. I struggled. What I did first, I videoed myself doing that, just like very simple, just black cloth behind me on here instead of my green screen and my video light, and I filmed myself. And I thought, wait, what I'll do, I'll do that in my edit program, and I'll fiddle about with it, and I'll put images in the eyes of my glasses. And then I struggled, and I thought, bloody hell, this is complicated. So I came up with an idea. If you use green screen, you can then put any images you want. Unfortunately, glasses do not come with green screen. So I went downstairs with the sunglasses that I had, and I cut out a piece of paper, and I got a green coloured pencil, and I coloured my. There we are. Look, I coloured my. I put some stuck bits of paper on my glasses, on my sunglasses, green coloured paper, so that then I could go into my edit program and use the green screen function, and Bob's your uncle. So they are giving away secrets on Simon NoChaNoMa, how to do things with a bit of sticky back plastic. Here's one I made earlier. Yeah, I've just read that, Robert, and it makes no sense. Other than it did look convincing. Yes, this is amazing what you can do with bits of green paper and DaVinci Resolve. It's just like the Mandalorian. Yes, this is. I am the. Yeah, I mean, there's no reality. This is all. I'm wearing a green bodysuit. It's not me here, really. I have to turn that back to me so I can hear myself talk. There we are. As if I wanted to. As if you wanted to hear me talk. We might not be going on Discord after this because my friend Inihibashi is eating, and then she's going to our favorite plaza, and then we're probably going to have a chat after that. I don't have to pick up my son's picking up jobs. That's all finished now. Now that they've got their cars. They're off. So my duties as a father are diminishing by the year. So how are you all? I'm hoping that some of the mod squad, as I call them, lovingly call them, will turn up in comments and make themselves known. I'm going to have to work on their questions. The mod squad, for those of you who don't know, that's who are not in Discord. That's Night Rider's Gal, Mindy's mom, and Cobrat. I shall tell you now. I've been calling her Cobra T, thinking I was being clever, and that was the way it was pronounced. But no, it's Cobrat. So Cobrat. So 3 lovely ladies, all of our generation, shall I say, circumspectly, who will be joining us from California. So next week on the show, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Next week on the show, it will be. You will have to get up pretty early. I have to see what time it is. Except for Robert, you'll be all right. About 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, and 10:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I have to check what that is. Can you tell me what that is, Phil, in Japan time? But Peppo and me, Peppo, you're going to have to do a Tomoko and get up bloody early to catch that one, because and so am I. Because I promised I would go out of my way to make things work for the ladies. So I shall. That didn't sound right, did it? No. To make things more convenient. What time? Well, Vitivimom. Yes, there you are. Cobrat. Yes. What time? Whatever 10:30 p.m. time is in Southern California, what that time is in Japan. I've no idea. I have to look it up. I have to Google it. Or you can Google it and tell me. That's even better. That's what the community is for, to help your old Uncle Simon get through. You don't know when the next Tomoko stream will be. I don't know either. I mean, she's a good friend, but she doesn't enlighten me as to those matters, and it's all usually yoga anyway, and I'm kind of like, don't bother with that anymore. Or Japanese, and I don't bother with that anymore either. You're in Cali. In Cali. What time is it in Belgium? In Belgium time, it will be something like 6:30 in the morning, unfortunately. I think. I'll have to look it up. I usually get my phone and I say, call up Google, and I speak to them. What time is it in Belgium if it's such and such a time in somewhere else? +8. +8. So 8 hours ahead. So it'll be Friday. What it'll be? It'll be Friday, 10:30 p.m. in Southern California. So +8 on top of that, whatever that is. So in the middle of the night in Japan, probably. Yeah, I know forms of yoga. I mean, when I did yoga, it wasn't just positions. There's all kinds of yoga. There's Bhakti yoga, where you go all out in devotion to whatever goddesses or deities you. I mean, really seriously, go for it. That's Bhakti yoga, and then you have Jnana yoga, which is the yoga of wisdom, which is where you get Chan Buddhism from, and also Zen. So it's contemplation and all that business, which is where you don't have to do any positions. You just have to sort of think deeply a lot, or not think, or whatever, which was less stressful and a lot easier. PM 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. Where 2:30 p.m. California time, and yes, well, who wants to know Belgian time, really? The grey mouse of Europe, as it is called. I mean, it's significant. It's significant if you're watching this show, of course. You have to know what Belgian time is. Tokyo time, or something. Yes, it's or something time. Next week at or something time, the mod squad will be our guests. They shall be appearing in comments and on screen. I've been assured that they're familiar with the process. They regularly appear on Drew's, Totally Drew's hangout. So it's nothing new. It is for me, but not for them. Mm. Belgian time -9 is Cali time. Beer drinkers? Are they beer drinkers? That's a good question. I shall actually. I'm thinking of questions for each of them, and they've sent me their bios actually. Certainly, and they're very interesting biographies. So they make a very interesting group of guests. But wasn't mentioned whether they consumed beer or not. The notifications will let you know. The notifications in Discord. That was me about midnight last night. I investigated the bots, and there was something called the Carl bot. Dibble put me onto that. He sent me a YouTube video which is how you can set up automatically to provide notifications for your Twitch or your YouTube live stream using the Carl bot. And then so I investigated. I googled Carl bot, as you would, and oh yes, it looked like a useful device to do that. And then there were lots of cries of agony from Twitch streamers in early March who were saying, it's not working, it's not doing, what's happening, what's going on? I thought, oh, bugger. Twitch or Discord has obviously discovered that the loophole that people were using to use the Carl bot for free rather than pay Discord to use the me bot or whatever, or the night bot to post their notifications, had discovered the loophole and closed it. So that left me no option. But after my advert making very late last night, as Pepper will attest, I just went onto Discord and copy and pasted the bloody link myself. Lot simpler. I remember they managed not to laugh out loud. Their shaking was still right. Oh, yes, when you were on this stream with these people. Yeah, confused. Yes, I'm confused. Vince of your mum, because obviously I follow your stream, and I have bloop bloop, and up comes some random conversation between you and one of your followers, and nothing from my stream. I mean, it's all very quiet on my stream on Discord at the moment. Activity, people, activity. Put something in there. Make it. Radri's been doing his best. He's given me a new category or something, and I shall have to investigate that. But yes, Night Riders Guild. We have to. Those of us who are in Discord, we shall be more active and try and make Night Riders Guild more welcome. She doesn't really like Discord, and she just joined out of loyalty to me. It's your cousin. Okay, so social media, your wide social network, how to build an audience. You call in family. Okay. Terrific. No, I don't think that would work with any of my family, either in Belgium or England. You're still grappling with the point of Discord. Yes, Phil. So am I. I've been grappling with it since 2017. And all these YouTubers say, come on, join us over on Discord. And Robert will know. We used to do this, didn't we, Robert? Sort of Discord is basically it's the alternative to the after show. We just used to just stick around here, and the audience would just pile in and even switch on their webcams and join us after the broadcast had finished. A lot easier. Didn't need a separate app for it or anything, or to pay them. But these teenage gamers, they needed something like that. They obviously had no idea what Google Hangouts were or anything. Yeah, you host your own server, but I did read that people can sort of like almost like if you don't give people enough roles or curate your roles. that you could be usurped and people can do all sorts of things, unmentionable things, which they couldn't do on Google, on when we were in strict control of Three Old Dudes. Nitroed, yes, you get nitroed, if somebody, if some sort of young dude in his bedroom, stoned off his chops, thinks you're amazing, and he has lots of spare cash, he can nitro you, which will get you lots of sort of premium features for a week or two, which means that you've then got to sort of get off your ass and sit behind your computer and like him or her and try and do something with all your nitro features. Discord is a fancy in real life chat app. Yeah, I mean it's a sort of messaging with bells on it, isn't it? Really. As Nosh was saying, I'm not really into all this sort of like Meebot says. I type a few words and Meebot says you have advanced to level 2. I can type. Woohoo! Using Mom's CC. Hang on. No, it's cryptic language of the Discord generation. Clubhouse. Yeah, Clubhouse. Just listen to people waffle on like me. And you can waffle on too. But you can't see anybody. It's sort of like Zoom with no camera. You know, what's the point? Really? What is indeed the point? Future blues. Credit card. Oh, right. Hang on, yes. Using Mom's credit card, yes, to buy, you can pay €90 and I can get a lifelong premium subscription to Discord. I could pay €90 and have a really good night out. Yes, I think I've got how much. Looking, I'm trying to judge how much Merlot I've got left. Well, I should probably stop at this point. I may disappear at a certain point and get a coffee or something. So yes, we're missing a few people. So hopefully they will join. And people watching after the event, sorry, it's just one of those sort of me again things. I mean, it's a force of habit, really. And also, for those of you who in the chat that don't know, and those of you who are watching after the event, it's too late. But 2.5 Yards are back on. I won't be watching them because I have a video chat date with my best friend in the Hambashi. But do go and say that Simon said he would have been here if he could. But they're on afterwards. And if you don't know who they are, it's Give Me a Break Man and Hiko Simon. And Robert and I, in our capacity as 3 old dudes, and Dean, have been on their show, and they've been on our show, and then we were on their show again. It's all very, very close in the JVlog world. Marry one, date one, or kill one. All 3 at the same time. Dearly, it's 3 glasses of wine and it degenerates already. But yes, go and check out 2.5 Yards and send them some love. I think they're on at 10:30 Japan Standard Time. Right. Okay. I was just reading Robert's comment there to elucidate myself. You set the reminder. I set my reminder. My phone will go ping right in the middle of my video chat, probably. So yes, I mean, I did investigate, actually. No Sakura happening. Well, there is. I mean, I was helping the builder at work, and in the street where I was working, there were people's gardens with cherry trees in full blossom. So I thought, this Saturday, perhaps I could go and and fine. But I'm saving that. I'm saving that for possibly I'll be going to the Japanese garden, the one significant Japanese garden designed by Japanese gardeners in Belgium. That'll be probably not next week, but the week after, weather permitting. Speaking of which, it was a rather bizarre, late summer day last Tuesday, which was unfortunate because I was working outside, and you don't want to be really working outside shoveling sand and cement in temperatures of 28 degrees Celsius. But I was. And next week, the works outside are being cancelled because it's going to be snowing. Or at least very cold and rainy and wet. So go figure. Is there a point to this live stream? I don't know. I don't know. It's just me, and I've managed to hold forth for 20 minutes, and I'm waiting for responses and interaction. I mean, look, since the old Discord video chat job thing might not be going on, I might throw some people links. Vids, are you all set up? Jazz, are you set up? I could throw you a link and you could pop in here. And having fun is a good reason for a stream. It is indeed. Yes. I mean, this is why I've been doing it for the past 8 years. Good grief, 8 years. I've been doing this for 8 years. God almighty. We are captivated by a one-man show. You're welcome to make it a two-man show, and Vids and Robert, 3-4 men, went to mow a meadow. We just don't have the dog, that's all. So, I mean, I shall click this, copy link, copy. Go. So I'm armed now. You could pop on. Hang on, Jazz. I'll have to go. Hang on. Can I do it in Discord? Can you join from Discord? Hang on. Perhaps I should open Discord. Discord. This will probably bugger everything up. Where are you? Are you on there? Are you on, Phil? I don't see you. Peppo's there. Radri's on his phone. Dibble's there. Vids is there. Pop into Discord, Phil, and I can pop you a link. Or I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can pop it into We Are Live Now, and you can maybe all click that. And God help us all. There you are. It's in Discord. So anything can happen in the next half hour. So yeah, if you pop onto Discord, Phil, go into We Are Live Now. Underneath the stream notification to watch is the link to join. So I now wait. Robert, yes, Robert. You may, if you want to pop on, you may need to join my Discord. Going live, yes, it's going live. It's like, hello, there we are. Phil did it. Which camera are you on, Phil? Man of multiple cameras.
Oh,
hello, there we are. Phil did it. Oh, I'm open on another tab apparently.
Yeah, I got it. Oh.
And you have a profile view, which is rather good. I'm open on another tab apparently.
Wow, it's craziness.
Yes, never mind. Discord. It's people our age get confused easily.
Camera. This camera. No, it's too dark.
Oh, you need You need sunshine.
I'll just look over here.
You just got a 12-hour flight over here, and you can have wonderful grey sky.
There we go.
Hey. So How is it over there? I mean, my friend in Nihonbashi was saying it was lovely weather today in Tokyo, 20 degrees and very pleasant.
Oh yeah, I mean, yesterday it was 20, I think, even up here in Miyagi,
Mm-hmm.
and not quite as warm as that today, but pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was pretty chilly today. I mean, like I said, it was like 28 degrees last week. We're very British here, talking about the weather.
Yeah.
And today, I have to sort of like wear several layers, and I'm feeling
Well,
just about comfortable now.
yeah, I put actually a picture in Discord in the photography.
Oh right, yes.
What's it
Mm-hmm.
of some sakura
Ah.
that we were looking at yesterday.
Oh, I'll pop in and have a look at that later. Yes. Eric Surf 6 on Instagram said, wake up and smell the flowers. And I said, remind me on Saturday. So he reminded me. And I still haven't smelt any flowers. I did look in town this morning. I thought, oh, Eric reminded me to smell some flowers. I couldn't find any. So at some point this weekend, I may smell flowers. So, enjoy.
I burn incense rather than smell the flowers.
Oh right, I used to do that. I used to sandalwood and patchouli and all that business. Yes, my ex-wife still does, and my sons complain about it.
No, I just burn incense so that I can test whether I've lost my sense of taste or smell because I'm paranoid.
Right. Oh well, yeah. Obviously, we've been one-upped by Saskatchewan. Sort of 14 degrees there, and blizzards on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy over in Canada. My mother's in Canada, and she had snow the other day. And
in April.
And then it's up and down. It's crazy. The world has gone crazy, I think.
The poles are going to flip. Apparently, not in Poland, but
I was going to say.
No, the
magnetic. Started war the last time.
No, the magnetic poles. The magnetic poles are apparently sort of about to switch over. This could be, and there's lots of sunspot activity, and it's not global warming, honest.
Yeah.
You can post blizzard vids and pics. Yes, you could. Sort of like a white screen with fuzzy dots.
Looking at my swans.
So the exciting thing is you can see on Discord. Yes, I too am wondering. I'm now obliged to when I get home from work to think, oh Jesus, I've got to do something for Discord.
Yeah. This social media thing is such a huge responsibility.
Yes, I mean,
I'm a kid.
It's kind of I don't know what the word is, but it's at one time exceedingly superficial, and at the other time sort of very demanding.
I just realized that maybe you can't hear me. Could you hear me?
I could hear you, but you sounded like you were in a box. And
okay, is this better now?
That's much better. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't have my mic. I didn't have my mic on. I run professional studio.
Yes, this is like a professional musician who's not mic'd up.
Yeah, he's not mic'd up here. I watched the news the other day, and they had the interviewer mic'd, and the interviewee, their mic wasn't working, so I hear this like distant answer. So what do you think?
Brilliant.
This is national Japanese television. That's what we're dealing with over here. So. And it wasn't even live. That's what I didn't understand. It's like it wasn't even live. So what? I guess they got back to the studio and put the tape in and went, oh.
Yeah, we can't do anything with that. Sorry, Governor. Send it to the technique. Yeah, when I was at art college, you poked your camera and pressed the button, and then went back and gave it to the technician. Do something with that, please.
It's time for another younger Dryas. What's that?
That's a Paleolithic term, referring to a period in prehistory, around about the dinosaurs or something like that. To do with
like Dryas the younger and Dryas the elder, or something.
To do with a period in geologic time, I believe. help me there, Vids. Am I correct? Am I nerdishly correct with that description?
Humans did good.
Oh well, yeah, 12 to 14,000 years ago. So within human prehistory. So yeah. Well, still civilization started 10,000 years ago in Catalhayuk in Turkey or thereabouts, or possibly in Mesopotamia. Although I think Mesopotamia came later. Mini ice age, yes.
Something hit the earth. I see. Like K-pop.
The guests that were on here before once, sort of earlier last year, sort of Stuffer, the two chaps from Holland. They're really into K-pop, and they're basically their own channel seems to be doing is reviews of K-pop. I don't quite. I mean, I can see why the gay community would be up, all about sort of pretty boy bands, but was that you? A notification? I'm getting.
No, I have no notifications.
Was that me? Sorry. Social media.
I'm always fascinated by what's down the side of recommended videos on your videos.
Oh God, I hate to think. I mean, whether the algorithm listens to what I'm saying and then comes up. I've got a full explanation here from Pepper of what the Younger Dryas is.
Okay. Younger Dryas, also called Younger Dryas Stadial, cool period between roughly 12,900 and 11,600 years ago that disrupted the prevailing warming trend occurring at the end of the Pleistocene epoch.
This is how Peppo talks every day.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going to make a joke because I don't really know Peppo. So I'm not
right. Okay. Well, I've met him, and I can imagine him talking like that.
I'm just trying to get a voiceover gig, so that's good copy to practice on right there.
This is the man who didn't have a microphone trying to get a voiceover.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you got your walk-in cupboard and you poke your head between your coats and use your best microphone?
I just climb into the oshire over there where we store the futon and lie down on top.
When I bought this microphone, I thought I would do that, and I have a cupboard here with a sort of like a cloth and cushions pushed into it, and I stick my microphone and my head in there, and then I fiddle about on my digital audio work doobie, and then give up.
You had beautiful on your trailer. You had beautiful fall off on your light. It was just like you were like, and yeah, the fall off was quite. Maybe it was just because the black material was super absorbent.
It was just some black cloths hung over that, hung over the green screen over there, which is you can't see the green screen, but which is some cardboard tubes on an easel, and I hung this over it. And then I have a video light there, and I had that at 5,000.
So is your video light highly diffused?
It's LED with a sort of like a
softbox thing over it.
No, not a softbox. It has a sort of like basically a matte white screen thing on it, and it gives a kind of a relatively soft thing, and with the webcam and fiddling around with the settings using Minicam, I was able to get the. So I can't get. I mean, you've got a DSLR. You should be able to get. You should be able to do that and have bokeh and all kinds of wonderful effects, which I can't get. Which I have bokeh envy.
I've been doing some green screen stuff here. This is very boring talk. I mean, now we're really going off the deep end. Talk about future blues here.
Yes. So excuse us, audience.
Let's bring it back on topic about how depressing the future is going to be.
Here. Yes, future blues. I mean, you may have recognised that solo I don't know. I mean, I can't remember the name of the guitar. The only people I know, the names of whom I know in Canned Heat are their nicknames, and that is the Owl and the Bear. And that's it. And the rest of the band, I have no idea. But it was some chap with long sideburns and very, very 70s glasses and slightly long hair, playing a fantastic solo, which is what you heard earlier.
Canned Heat, yeah.
Canned Heat, sort of Going Up Country. That's the most famous. Do you know the Going Up Country?
I do, yeah. I like Canned Heat. I mean, it's one of those bands, or at least I always forget about. I don't know why. I mean, but when you hear it, you hear something amazing. Go, wow, that's amazing. Who's that? Oh, it's Canned Heat. Oh, yeah, Canned Heat. I think it's the name. There's something about the name is forgettable.
Yes, I suppose. Yes.
There's another band, Mahogany Rush. Is Mahogany Rush Canadian? I can't remember.
Well, yes. Rock bands, Canada, memorable, and not three terms that go together.
No. It is a Canadian band too. Yeah.
Mahogany
That's
Rush.
Probably why they're not memorable.
Never heard of them. No, to be honest.
Yeah. We have all these bands, and like I think every country they have a band that they think is famous, and then no one else has ever heard of them.
Hands up in the audience who has heard of Canned Heat. I mean, it's not that Canned Heat is my favorite band or anything. It was just I was particularly impressed with that track.
Well, I always thought Canned Heat was a British band.
Oh no. Very, very American.
Well, there you go. Because it seems like all the recordings are like live in the UK.
Oh.
Anyway, maybe I'm probably confusing Canned Heat with another band.
But if you look on YouTube for "Going Up Country" by Canned Heat, it's the sort of I think the most famous song that they did, which is a cover of a blues original, which I heard, and Canned Heat version is actually better. I found
because they were out like around that time when doing the blues was a big thing. Like the original Fleetwood Mac and the like Derek and the Dominoes. What's that guy? Eric Clapton and that.
Eric Clapton. Seen him once.
Really?
In Belgium, of all places. Yes.
I went to such a great concert in Belgium. They used to have that. I think it was Pink Pop. It was called.
Oh yes, yeah.
Back in the 90s. Man, I went there. I saw a great show there because it was the headliner. I think was Bjork, and Nick Cave was on the same bill.
All right.
And
very 90s.
Maybe Tori Amos.
Even more 90s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was 1998. It must be 1998. But Bjork's amazing to see live. So.
Well, I mean, I live near. Well, you know where I live, but I live near a place called Lokeren, and there's a place called the Locus of Feaston, and they had the Cramps on at one time. I don't know if you've heard of the Cramps.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, but I didn't go to see them, unfortunately. But when I was a teenager or at school, and a little bit after that at art college, I was a big Cramps fan, and actually saw them twice.
Pink Pop is Dutch. That was I thought that was in Belgium. What's the other one? Puckle Pop.
Puckle Pop, Pink Pop, Puckle Pop. Peter Piper picked a peck of Puckle Pop. No, it's Pink Pop, Puckle Pop, and then you have Rockwerchter.
Well, I could have sworn it was Belgium that I saw, but if you say Pink Pop is in Holland, okay.
That's just over the an hour and a drive for an hour, and then you're there basically.
Yeah.
Torhoutwerchter, yes. All of these are now been cancelled. Last year, this year, and God knows next year probably.
Last year I was supposed to play at some festivals in the UK. I was so psyched up because I'd finally applied to some UK festivals and got my nerve up and everything. And I'd been doing lots of solo shows here, and I made a audition tape and everything. Sent that in, and I got tentative bookings for 3 festivals in the UK, which I was quite excited about. And then the bloody coronavirus hit, and then this year they're not happening, and then
that's a bummer. It wasn't Glastonbury, was it?
No.
Jazz Samurai does Glastonbury.
No, I really wanted to do the Leon-C Folk Festival, which sounds crazy.
C6 Steve, did he do that? I don't know. Yeah.
But my father's family is from Leon-C, which is Southend.
Mm-hmm. Southend. Oh, I've been to Southend.
Cool, blimey.
Yeah. I went to a friend's wedding in Benfleet, and then we sort of like wandered about in Southend for a bit.
Get your cockles. Yeah. So my father's family, they were from London, but they went to Southend. So anyway, when we were there a couple of years ago, my wife and I, we went down to Leon-C, and they were having this massive music festival. And so I went to the person who was running it, and I said, "Wow, I'd love to play here because my father's family lived right there, and you could see the house." And they said, "Oh yeah, sure. Here's the thing." So yeah, I was a shoe-in for that one, and then bloody thing got canceled. So
yeah, now it's all online.
Yeah,
live from Zoom and from Leon-C. It's Phil in his bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. Here in Sendai, we have the largest street music festival in Japan.
That's right.
Which I played every year. And last year it was canceled. It's so lame. It was canceled. And what they did is they sent out, you could buy a T-shirt to help them get over the fact that they didn't have the thing. So you could buy a T-shirt, and then if you post a video with the T-shirt on, they'll put that on their YouTube channel. And so all of that sounds great. Wow, it's amazing. So you'll be on that festival's YouTube channel and everything like that. And I go and I look at the festival's YouTube channel, and they have like 111 subscribers.
Yes.
That's
a bit like us, really, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be like you and me doing merchandise, really, wasn't it? Oh dear. You could maybe auction guitars, and have a giveaway, and
Oh, my latest.
Since I was going to say, I mean, he's gone out and bought. He's got not a lot to do, so he goes out and buys guitars.
No. My latest movie memorabilia. Let me see if I can read it. This is the, the 1970s Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, I used to watch that because I used to love the lady.
Yeah. So over here, it was like a movie, or there was a movie, I think.
It was like a couple of episodes stitched together, and
so they released that as a movie, and this is what we call a pamphlet over here. This just came today, so I'm just gonna.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing the lady I quite liked with
Jenny Agutter.
No, Buck Rogers in the 25th century, sort of like the 1980s one.
So it's a booklet. Of Battlestar Galactica in Japan. They do a booklet for every movie. Literally every movie. So you have this book. I'm trying to see if that's backwards. It might be backwards, but
it's in Japanese. So it probably says Calpis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, this is the Battlestar Galactica. Here's Lorne Green and everything.
Lorne Green. Yeah,
it's cool. I collect these pamphlets, especially of 1970s sci-fi.
Yeah, that's why you said Jenny Agutter.
Yeah. There we go.
Yes. I mean, I may have. I have a Man from U.N.C.L.E. poster somewhere. I mean, that's the closest I get to 70s sci-fi.
I think everyone has left, and it's just you and me talking to each other.
There's 4 people watching. They're just not responding. Pepper would like to have the T-shirt with a Japanese Star Wars movie poster on it.
All right.
I'm trying to imagine whether it looks like some kind of like samurai film poster or something. Vince Vimom is still here. He's always there.
Might have a Star Wars Japanese poster somewhere.
I have somewhere in a box. I used to religiously collect Star Wars comic when it first came out, and I have like Star Wars comic and Empire Strikes Back, and then I grew up, and kind of gave up after that.
I just collect these pamphlets. That's my my thing. I have the odd poster, you know, but Japanese. I like 1970s UK US science fiction in Japan. That's my niche.
Have you got any Planet of the Apes?
Oh man, I've got Planet of the Apes up the wazoo.
All right, okay.
I got the Planet of the Apes poster over there. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
I don't know whether any of you lot used to. Anybody watching now and after the event? I mean, Saturdays I used to watch.
I'm over here in the other room, but thanks to technology.
Sounds just like you're in my right ear. Hey, yeah. Ty's here. That's so.
This is the book of pamphlets, and I have all of the Planet of the Apes pamphlets from Japan. All the movies, even like the crappy ones. Well, like pretty much all of them.
Yeah, apart from the first one and the second one are okay, and then the
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, yes. Escape from is pretty much, I think, the worst. So yeah, I've got this is Escape from the Planet of the Apes pamphlet here. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes is right up there.
Planet of the Apes Terrace House. Yes. It's like Dr. Zayas and the others are all getting around talking about.
For me, the films, my target movies, as I call them: Planet of the Apes series, Logan's Run, Zardoz.
Blake 7, we have Blake 7 Operative. I watched that recently about a year ago. I've like binged watched that again on YouTube, and apart from the special effects, it's quite good.
Yeah, I think all those shows, the special effects don't age well, but
no.
Yeah,
but it was a good show.
1999.
And yeah, I'm a Jerry Anderson fan. I like Captain Scarlet and UFO. But Space 1999, I was a bit disappointed with that.
Space 1999, that's Canadian, isn't it?
No, that's British. With, yes, Jerry Anderson, guy that made Thunderbirds and all that. Yeah.
I didn't. Okay. I'm going to look it up.
Yep.
There was some, I thought, Canadian connection there.
I think.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just, it was on TV in Canada, so I thought it was Canadian. Who's that guy? Oh yeah, Martin Landau.
Yes, who used to star in Mission Impossible. Yeah, and then he was on then a rather sort of like slightly less influential British TV science fiction show.
Yeah.
And Barbara Bain.
Yeah, it was a bit. I thought it kind of a bit lame. You know, it's like there was a Logan's Run TV series.
Yeah, which nobody remembers because it probably was very late.
Oh, that's horrible. Who else is in? Oh, yeah, Barry Morse. Now, Barry Morse is Canadian.
Ah, that could be it. Yes. We have an actor in the show, thus we lay claim to the show.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Star Trek's Canadian as well.
Who's Canadian in Star Trek then?
William Shatner.
He's Canadian.
Of course he is. And what's his Jimmy Doohan? Scotty.
Blimey, I never knew that.
I don't know if Scotty was Canadian, but he went to a high school in my hometown, actually.
Oh, right. I also heard that he was sort of in the military in World War II and quite sort of decorated.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. This show has turned into past blues, not future blues.
Yeah, exactly. The world runs on nostalgia. I'm convinced of that.
Yes.
At some point, though, because I was watching these guys who run it's a long story, but I'll cut out the interesting part and say I was watching these old guys who run something called a spiritualist church in California.
Oh dear.
And
Yes.
these guys all joined the spiritualist church in the late 60s.
Mm.
And, at that time, I don't think it was about nostalgia, like they were all, it was very forward thinking. They were doing that, blah, blah, blah. But now it kind of, as you watch them over time, and now all they do is talk about
how it was in the old days.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think now it's like, I think after the 1980s, from 1990 onwards, everything is about nostalgia.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, when I was at art college and I would come home from, for summer breaks, this was sort of early 80s. And there was a big surge in, obviously the old people were popping off at that time. And like computers were just starting to sort of make themselves known in people's houses and whatnot. But lots of old businesses and things were and people were panicking. Kind of go, it's all going, it's disappearing. We were, and there was a big surge in museums. Museums popped up like mushrooms, and they sort of rummaged through old farmhouses and old people's houses and brought out all this junk and said, "Look, this is what we used to use when we were little," and blah blah blah. So yes, there was I concur. There was a big surge in nostalgia in the 80s. Which seems largely to have petered out, which is unfortunate, because I was one of my ambitions at that time was to sort of move into the quiet world of museums, and shuffle off into a back room and glue Egyptian pots together and that sort of thing, and not be disturbed. But that all sort of died to death. Dibble's here. Hello, Dibble.
I agree that the 80s, Believe in Yourself, says the 80s are pretty sweet with so many things never before seen or used in that music. I think the 80s gets a lot of bad rap, but,
certainly the fashion, yes.
Yeah, the hair. Hair was a problem in the 80s. But, yeah, I think it just kind of started, everything changed after that. I don't know why.
But yes, now you would have to ask sort of my children or their generation, or even younger children, and so the 80s is like they teach about the 80s in school.
Yeah,
used to be the 60s and the 50s.
Yeah, but you always have that thing, like one generation has this kind of romanticized thing of the generation before. Because, like in the 70s, we had Happy Days, which was like nostalgia about the 1950s. And you had, what was that band, NoChaNoMa, that were like a doo-wop band.
Oh, yeah.
Well, NoChaNoMa actually played Woodstock. So, it's always you're 20 years behind kind of thing. And so in the 70s, they were like that about the 50s. And in the 80s, they were a little bit about that, like this, well, no, like the 60s maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, but Peppo says after the 2000s, it's just crap.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't get nostalgic for stuff that happened like 20 years ago, really. Stuff that that my
You mean like September 11? Sorry. Still too soon.
Well, yes, it wasn't me. It had nothing to do with it. It wasn't my life kind of thing. But stuff that happened in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Musically and culturally, I don't look back and think, "Oh, I missed that."
I don't even remember anything that happened.
Yeah, it's all a blur.
I remember wife number 2 returning from work all excited, telling me she was going to see Depeche Mode. There's that. Depeche Mode have one of the great rock and roll documentary movies.
I used to watch rock and roll, documentary movies, but like Origins of Chicago Punk or whatever it was, and stuff like that. It's always just people sat in chairs carefully lit with lots of fall off and bokeh, talking about, and we were rebels and we did this and we did that and nobody in this and you watch the next one, it's like we were rebels and we did this and we did it, and then go back to people from the 60s and we were rebels and we did. After a while, you go, so many bloody rebels.
I very rarely do Kickstarters, even my friends' Kickstarters for movies. But my friend of mine spent 10 years or a long time making this movie about Frank Zappa. Now, I'm not a fan of Frank Zappa. Intellectually, I understand his importance. It's just I don't want to have to listen to him. And so, I'm good. No one's going to watch this, luckily, but I will get dissed for people. Frank Zappa was a kind of god and all the rest of it. But anyway, so this guy went into, he had access to the vaults of Frank Zappa, of the Zappa family, and he's put together, and the movie's just come out, actually. I have it, but I haven't watched it. But I paid for it, but I gave him a whack of money for it because I believed it was a film that should have been made, but I'm just not a fan of Frank Zappa. But it is a different kind of documentary. But yeah, most of them, like there's that series Classic Albums or something like that, which is just, oh, for Christ's sake.
Yes, we did this in this studio, and this studio has now been torn down, and let's go back and, come on. It's all the same. It's like, how to make a rock and roll documentary, by the numbers. How to make a YouTube live stream by the numbers.
I saw this.
Now
we're talking about 9/11.
I'd get that in before criticize yourself before anybody else does. Yes, it's all getting a bit blue, more blue in the comments there.
Yeah.
And not blue as So this weekend I've got a long weekend. It's something to do with Easter or something on Monday.
Yeah.
And I've been given money by my mother to buy an Easter egg. I've got to find some decent Easter egg, so I can tell her I bought one. And
wow.
And that's what I'll be doing this weekend. And also I shall be compiling questions for the Mod Squad, which I promised to do, and hopefully trying to come up with an advert. And hopefully everybody will. I shall be getting in touch also with some of the people that they support, some of the YouTubers they support, and see if those YouTubers will come along. So you could have some sort of quite high-profile people in comments, or you may not.
Ooh.
Next.
It's on the 10th, right?
It's on the 10th, yes.
Different.
So I've got to get my finger out this weekend and finish off the questions for the Mod Squad. And luckily, I was trying to make avatars for them. They don't want to. They will not be appearing physically on screen. They will just be like 3 photographs, avatars or whatever, and you'll hear their voices. But I mean, it's their prerogative. So
disembodied voices.
Disembodied voices, but you may recognize them if you've been sort of to the various channels that they moderate on and support. But anyway, that's next week. And this week, I'm going to finish off this last centimeter of wine and possibly go and line my stomach with something and bid you farewell. And thank you very much, both you, Phil, and the audience, for tolerating 1 hour of stream of consciousness and verbiage. And I'm always amazed that people do. And I'm glad you could join me, and hope you can join me again next week on the Simon NoChaNoMa show. I should have an outro, really. Could you do as an outro?
No.
On the spot now? No. Can you hum one?
It's
okay.
the Simon
NoChaNoMa show. Okay, you know them all. Vids knows them all. Do they know Vids? That's the question.
NoChaNoMa.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and see you all again next week. Bye for now. Bye, Phil.
Goodbye.